Recording.
Okay, go into share.
Stop cloud recording. No. Cancel. All right, we're recording. We're good to go. So, hello, everyone, and welcome for taking the time and joining us. Welcome and thank you for taking the time to join us tonight to learn a little bit about how you can forever transform your life. And I love you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and mute you all. I always forget to do this. I'm doing it from love, I promise. I want you guys to focus on this incredible stories you get to, you choose and you get to listen to tonight. Somebody took the time to invite you to watch this Zoom. Maybe it's on Facebook, maybe it's live, maybe they sent you a private message. Why did they do that? Because they care enough and they know that you have been searching for a solution, or even if you haven't figured it out and you don't even know you're searching for it, they didn't know that you're searching for it. So here they are. So I'm gonna go ahead and start my screen sharing. Let me see if I can get the right slide. Maybe, is this the right one? Yes, it is, but I gotta go back. All right, here we go. Isogenics. We are here to talk about an incredible company that has forever changed lives. It has changed my lives. It has changed millions of lives all over the world. If you have not heard about it, welcome, and make sure when you get done and you get inspired and you get ready to transform your life, just like we have, just like the stories you're gonna hear today, you are gonna reach back to the person that invited you, because they will have the answer that you're looking for. They will have the next step towards you achieving those goals that you are looking for. What is Isogenics? Isogenics is a company that's based on integrity. Okay, we stand behind our products and we stand behind every single associate and every single story, I guess, that we put out there, that we share with you today. So you're gonna hear a story about how Isogenics has transformed someone financially, how it has transformed somebody's body and their energy. Know that it takes time. Know that it takes the right determination and dedication. You know, we do not have a magic pill. We do not have a magic wand, but we have close enough to all of those. If we had to choose, that would be it. So why Isogenics? Isogenics been growing for 18 years and it's over $7 billion in total sales. Come on, guys. We have over 300 millionaires in our company, and we have given over $15 million to charity. We're trusted, we're respected. What is our vision? Everyone deserves to experience a healthy, joyful, and abundant life. So why not you, right? We can help you look better, eat better, feel better, move better. Who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want to know that? Who wouldn't want to have that? Not know, well, know how to do it too. I am all over the place today. So solutions, what kind of solutions do we have? We have weight loss solutions, we have performance, we have vitality and well-being, we have personal care, and we have financial wellness. So that's not what we're gonna imagine today. We're gonna go to the nutrition, the power of nutrition. And with that being said, so our company is backed by science. Our products are combined convenience and science and yumminess to give you incredible results. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you to an amazing gentleman, which I hope he's on the Zoom because I can't see him right now because I'm sharing the screen. But Don, he's 56 years young. Look at that picture on the right corner. Look at that before and after, right? He's a loving husband and father, and he's been with us for a little over a year. I'm gonna go ahead and exit this. And Don, if you are around, which I hope you are, could you unmute yourself, please? And let us know what Isogenics has done for you. Are you here? Yes, there you are. I'm gonna ask to unmute. Here you go.
Unmute, there we go.
There you are, yay!
Here I am. Hi.
Hello, handsome, and welcome to our motivational, inspirational, celebrational Zoom tonight. He's like, okay.
Thank you
Please.
for inviting me.
My pleasure. So I know that there are other people out there that are where you were a year ago, right? And I want I would love for you to share your story from your heart and let them know what this company has done for you and how it has transformed your life.
Well, okay. Last year when I first started, I was feeling sluggish. I couldn't, didn't have any motivation to do anything. I, basically when it came to going for a walk around the block, I didn't feel like doing that. And at that point, it was hard. And I got tired of being overweight. I took my kids to Santa Cruz back in 2015, and I was told I couldn't ride one of the rides because I was too big. And that hurt. And so I've been watching Dana and Julie's progress over the years, 2 years. I watched them basically for a year before I jumped on board. And they really motivated me. And after talking to Dana and his cousin Danny, and after a couple of videos, Dana got me to sign up, and I'm thrilled to death that I have. I've had bilateral hip surgery, and I packed on the weight after that, and it didn't help. I have high blood pressure and acid reflux, and after using this for probably 3 months, all that started going away. And after 6 months, I went to my doc, and he basically told me I didn't have to take any of those medications, which keeps me more motivated. Last December, we had the opportunity to go to Puerto Rico to meet my oldest daughter's boyfriend's parents for the first time. And they invited us into their house for a week, which was very nice. And we had a great time. Well, before I went, I wanted to lose some weight. And then I seen a zip lining that I wanted to do when I was there. And I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to get turned away. And so I kept up with the isogenics. And by doing that, I'm down 60 pounds and feeling a whole lot better than I had before. It's helped with me in my work. I do a lot of walking around work. I used to use every excuse in the world to have to get onto a forklift or into a golf cart instead of walking from one side of the plant to the other. And now I just walk it instead of jumping on the forklift unless I absolutely have to. Yeah, that's basically it. I mean, since then, we went and ziplined in Puerto Rico, which I didn't have to worry about my weight. We took nice long walks on the beach, where in the past, I would have said, let's get in the car and go to the other side of the beach. Now we just walk down the whole beach. Got the opportunity to go to the Grand Canyon and do some hiking around there. And these are all things that I would have never done before until I was introduced to isogenics.
All right, who else is crying out there? Because I know I'm not the only one. Oh my God, I cannot. So what did it feel like before? Because I know there's other people out there. And last week, I believe we had a gentleman that, and we had moms and dads and that couldn't get on rides. And I know we felt that, we heard that, but I want to know what it felt like to zip line, because I want to know what it felt like to be able to harness, to get in that harness and do that.
Well, to give you an example, when 3 years ago we went to Oregon and we went zip lining, and I was right on the border of not being able to go, and knowing that you're hanging 600 feet off the ground by a cable, and you're stressing the weight limit, I didn't want that to happen again. And to zip line in Puerto Rico, that was absolutely amazing. It was one of the it's the second longest in the world and the longest in the Americas. So yeah, to be able to do that and to fly like Superman was outstanding.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
got side by side with my wife.
I freaking love it. I can only imagine what it felt like from your perspective. I know ziplining is exciting as it is, but to be able to just feel that freedom and not have that fear is like, okay, I'm good. I don't weigh as much as I used to, and I can just do this and enjoy. And like you said, the walks on the beach with the family and all those things, that there's a lot of people out there that are, first of all, I want to thank you for being so open and raw and real, because I can only imagine how hard it is to pour your heart out and to let the world know about the struggles you used to have. And I know without a doubt that your story will inspire other dads out there to take the initiative to say yes to isogenics or to something else to improve their health, to be able to have that pride and to have that joy, to be able to do things with their family. Because it's not something that most people talk about. And I'm so grateful that you're doing this and you're sharing this, because I'm truly hoping that there are other dads and moms out there that are hearing this, and you're going to inspire them to do this. And I know we don't, you mentioned about your health and how you had all these different health conditions. I want to let everyone know that we do not make any medical claims. We do not treat or cure any diseases or anything like that. The fact that Don said yes to a better health and a better nutrition and started fueling his body with the right nutrition, which is what our body deserves and desires, and what our body needs to function. As a result, his body started healing itself. It's not that isogenics heals anybody. It's our bodies have the ability to heal themselves when you give them the right nutrition. Just like, if you clean and you tune up your car is going to run better than if your filters are clogged up and you're low on oil and you have crap on your gas tank. So how is the rest of the family feeling about your transformation? What have they told you? What have you seen?
Well, my youngest daughter said that you look like half the person you used to, which is great.
Yes.
My wife was using a different shake plan and she wasn't getting the results that she wanted. And she's now using the isogenic shakes and she's seeing better results. And she was really happy with them. So my oldest daughter is now wanting to start buying shakes, start working with the plan.
Have you tried other other programs and other ways of losing weight prior to isogenics, and what?
Oh, yeah.
How was that struggle?
They were you would do them for a while and I wouldn't like the way they taste, or it was expensive and I didn't see any results. And with the isogenics, I've been able to see great results. And to be honest with you, I haven't actually exercised much with all the COVID and all that going on now. But in the beginning, I was doing stuff at home. We didn't have a gym plan, and then COVID hit. But yeah.
You feel like it's also brought your family together more? You guys get to hang out more. I know, you spoke of Dana, and I know that's what he does. You see him playing, riding bikes with his grandson and running with his daughter and doing things that they didn't do before. Do you feel the same way? Do you feel like you're doing things right now that you couldn't and you wouldn't do before?
Oh yeah. My daughter and I and my wife, we got to hike around the Grand Canyon. My wife and I go out on long walks instead of just one lap around our neighborhood. Before I do one lap around the neighborhood, I'd have to stop twice because I had back pain. And since then, I don't have the pain I used to. And yeah, I don't mind going out and walking. I mean, I go out of my way to do things now instead of trying to avoid them.
I love it. Once again, I truly, truly appreciate you not only taking the time and sharing, but truly, truly being open and authentic and vulnerable and letting the whole world know the struggles and how your life has also improved, because you said yes to some shakes. Like, were you one of those macho guys? I'm like, I don't drink shakes. I like my full fork and knife meals all the time, or
Actually, all the shakes I've done in the past, they weren't that tasty. And that's one of the things about the isogenics, that when I first started and I had my first strawberry shake, I was like, wow, this is like cheating.
And then you had Iso Delights, and then you had, then you had bars, and then you had all that other good stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. Have you tried the new ones that we just released?
Not yet.
Oh, you're gonna be even more in love. I cannot wait for you to try them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up.
All righty, Don. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I cannot wait to get you back on here once I'm sure you're gonna soon hit your 100-pound, right? You're getting there.
Yeah, I'm trying to get down another 20 and see what I look like.
You can do this.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is the one thing. I mean, if you ever did cheat, you just remember to get back on it and stick with it, and the results will keep coming.
I love it. So what advice would you have for someone that's out there, like the old Don, like the old you, and it's looking for a solution, and it's it's like, well, is this really for me? I don't know, would this really work?
I was a little skeptical at first, and then after watching Dana's results, and then after trying the product, I couldn't not do it. It was too, and as long as you stick with it, you'll see good things happen.
And the fact that it's 30 days money back guarantee, right? You get your sexy back or you get your money back, right?
Exactly.
I bet you didn't want your money back, right?
Oh, heck no.
No. Well, thank you so much, Don, and you have a great evening, and I am looking forward to seeing you on stage, walking with your big size pants like everybody does when you get to the 100 pounds. And I am so proud of you, and I know everyone on this team loves and supports you and appreciates you sharing here. You can go ahead and read some in the comments and in the chats. I know they gave you lots and lots of love, and thank you so much for being here.
No problem. Thanks for inviting me. My
pleasure. So if you don't mind, go ahead and mute yourself. Guys, I want to show you something. This is why our program works so incredible, right? We have actually compared this against the Heart Healthy diet. It has 2 times more weight loss. It has 78% more fat loss. It has 2 times more lean muscle mass retention. So you get to keep your muscles, you get to build muscle, and because you're feeding your body what it needs, right? So I want to go on to the next. So these are just a few other transformations, but I want to take you to our next speaker, next guest, next amazing transformation. He is coming to us from Canada, and he's a hockey. I cannot wait for you guys to hear his story and how Isogenics has transformed his life. But he's, a hockey coach right now, and he's actually 50 years young, but he gets to keep up with all the younger kids and skate with them and coach them one-on-one instead of from the sideline. Like, how incredible is that, right? So Serge, I'm not gonna try to butcher your last name because I'm not sure how to say it properly. So
Paquet.
Hi and welcome.
You're welcome. Thanks. How are you, everybody?
Thank you for taking the time, and thank you for being willing and open to be celebrated and to share your transformation. So please let us know what Isogenics has done for you.
Well, first, I'm so pleased to be here with you guys, and I'm really happy that you guys invited me in this. I hope my crazy French accent is not too hard to understand for some of you tonight. Well, I tell you what, like you just said, I'm a hockey coach at junior A level here in Weyburn in Saskatchewan right now. So pretty high level caliber for coaching, and it's 25 years I've been coaching, so that tells you how long it takes to get there. And I only have one expert level left to take to be able to be a paid coach now. So I'm working really hard towards that. Years and years of in the making for this. I want to say before we start anything else, I want to say thank you to Rob Ness and Monique. Although I have never met Monique in person, Rob used to play hockey with me in Alberta when I lived in Alberta. And he's actually the reason why I believed in this program. You know, at the time when I was very vulnerable and disappointed with myself, for some reason, he just reached out one morning on Messenger and said, "Hey, man, just wondering how things are going. You know what? I've joined in this this crazy superfood program, and I would like for you to have a look. If tell me if that interests you." And I knew that his photos were not, like his pictures were not photoshopped, because I have been in the dressing room with him, and you know, I knew what he looks like. I knew that he always worked out, and he was kind of like me. We're the same age, the same height. We were the same, always working out and never getting any results, trying to eat good, but I hate to say, I will call it real food for now, but I hate to say, like, real food is very modified now, so modified that we have no nutrients in it, I find, and yeah, it just wasn't working. So when Rob got in contact with me, we had just got back from the Christmas break. We and I mean my wife and I. So Kim cannot be with us tonight. Sorry, guys. She's at the lake in British Columbia with her kids boating right now. So she wished she could be with us, but she also has joined Isogenics after she saw my results, and she has now lost 20 pounds in 2 months. I have lost 30 pounds in 3 months. So I just finished my third month on the 4th. So for, you know, I was 200 pounds at barely 5'8", kind of like Rob, sadly. The good thing about me is I never banged my head anywhere, but I was pretty heavy, and I was so disappointed with myself. You know, life sometimes gets in the way, and you have to roll with the punches. You know, we have teenagers in house. It's a really difficult time with our not our youngest, our oldest teenager, our 14-year-old girl. Really, really difficult times for her, but like for us too, to try to deal with this. And we went to the Christmas break, and we just went on a bender. And we went and visit our friends, and we did nothing good for ourselves. We just ate Chinese food, you know, turkey, ham, beer, rum, name it. We did it all. And we were gone 12 days, and I had gained 16 pounds. And I was so disappointed with myself when I came back. And I was really searching for an answer, like a solution, because I knew how hard at 50 years old, like I used to be a mountain bike racer. Way back then, I raced for Rocky Mountain Bicycle for 5 years, and I knew how quick I could melt in the past. Even at 35 years old, I was racing at 185 pounds, so I was still a pretty big guy for a racer. And look at me now, 169 pounds, right? So crazy, crazy, crazy. But yeah, I was looking for a solution. I was looking for help, and Rob just came out of nowhere and helped me out with this. And I'm so, so thankful that got in, said yes to the shakes, basically like Don. I said yes to the shakes. And you know what? It's my health is better. I certainly, so just like Don was saying, like I'm glad Don spoke a bit before me, because although he seems to be a bigger guy height-wise than me to start with, you know what? I would go around our little hamlet where we live here in the middle of nowhere, and just like Don, I would have to wait to stop a couple times and just 1 5 kilometer walk, because my knees were just killing me. I could not, bear going around twice the loop. So, yeah, our now that my wife has joined too, like our life has certainly changed now. So we can actually we have more energy to do everything, right? And we actually want to do everything with the kids right now. So it's also helped so in the last 3 months, I've had 3 alcoholic beverages. That's it. 2 Caesars and a beer in the last 3 months. So I have to say that and I'm a big red wine drinker. Like I worked in the hospitality, like restaurant business for a long time before what I'm doing now. And, we were always wine tasting and wine revisiting and all that kind of stuff. And I just love wine. But I tell you what, it's in the end, what I was doing to my body was just not worth it. And what I'm doing right now for my body, for my health, for my family is amazing. And personally, my my psyche, like I'm always a happy guy. Like I'm known as a happy guy and a guy. I'm also known to be the coach with feelings around here. I coach female hockey for also 8 years on and off. And female hockey is like female sports in general, but female hockey is really, really difficult and different than male. Totally different industry, I guess. Yeah, so yeah,
I
personally, I'm proud of what I've done. And it also transcends to my family right now.
I love what I got out of it. It's kind of like you don't let age change you. You change the way you age.
Oh, no.
And it's so beautiful that like everyone that's speaking today, you guys are all over 50. We all have guys and they're all over 50, right? And you guys are all like getting your youth back, right? Like showing his guns. You're getting to do things that, when you think of a 50, 60-year-old, Jeff is 60 and he's like, as healthy and as buff and as athletic, like that, he's showing his guns too. So it's like,
Yeah.
We have this cultural belief that when you hit a certain age, you're going downhill. And you guys are living proof that fueling your body with the right nutrition can change that at 180 degrees. And you go from not being able to walk around the block and having all those aches and pains to releasing that extra pounds that puts pressure on your joints. And all of a sudden now I'm like, okay, I'm on ice. I'm doing this. I'm biking. I'm doing everything I want to do with my family without any limitations. I mean, forget about how much you weigh. It's not about the skill. I mean, a lot of people start because, their belt doesn't feel right anymore, right? But then they goes from not feeling, you don't care how your belt feels because you feel 100 times better from the inside. You're glowing, you're happier, you have more energy. You're talking about having feelings. It's like, it's the adaptogens. They help you adapt to it all, right? It's not just, are you using the performance line at all, or you're just using the regular weight loss
So I
and
use so on the first month I did not work out at all, and you guys need to like believe that I did not work out the first month that I did this. I'm an outside sale person, so I'm a road warrior. I'm on the road all the time. So really convenient. I make my 2 shakes the morning before I leave, and then I just have one pack with me already to go at lunch. So I do breakfast and lunch for my shakes, and I have regular meal at night. Um, not for everybody here. Some of you are in miles here, and so I don't know the conversion, but an easy month right now, I drive 5,600 kilometers a month. Probably goes to 8,000 kilometers a month. And you know, like there's some of the jobs that I do that requires 18 to 20,000 kilometers a month on the road. So
so you're a
this
stationer, you're sitting in the car a lot.
that's right. Always, always, always. So, but so the first month, the first 2 months, I did isoline only, and the first month I was like so diligent. I looked at everything. I counted everything. I was a bit paranoid about the weight. I I checked the scale every day, and then I kind of
That's a
got.
no-no.
That was a no-no, but like that was something that personally I wanted to do, right? Like for myself, I wanted to see. And then towards the end of the first month, Rob had told me, I bet you you'll lose 20 pounds in the first month. And I was at 19.2 pounds at the end of the first month. So he was not lying to me.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, a little
But
disclaimer. I mean, everybody loses different weight and
that,
different, but
it's
you
all
know,
different.
everybody's
Yeah.
different. But yeah, I mean, if you have to lose it, you're gonna lose it.
Yeah, so I used isoline for the first 2 months, and then starting my second month, I did isoline pro, and now I'm gonna keep isoline pro. I would like to do another, like the next 3 months on isoline pro. And I also bought this month, I also bought ISO Pro, so straight protein for my nighttime. So that's thanks to Jeff, because I also asked Jeff about that. And so I basically do the ISO Pro about an hour before I go to bed. And I tell you what, I used to be hungry all the time. So empty calories, that's what it does to you, I guess. But I used to be hungry all the time. I used to eat 8, 10, 12 times a day, easy. That was like without thinking. And then now, you know, I just do my 2 shakes. Some mornings I don't even like do my first shake until 8:30 or 9 in the morning, even though I get up at 5:30 and work out. And then I make sure I have my bar with me for the afternoon, but like or an apple or something like that. But it's so different. And I also use the repair now, so the amp repair, because well, I'm 50 years old and I had both shoulders and knees done. So sometimes when I have heavy days, work days, and then I also have I go pretty hard on my workouts. I try anyway. Then you know what, I find that repair works amazing. So like the amp repair, just beautiful. Yeah, so far
I
that's what
gotta
I've
I gotta
yeah.
share a quick story. My husband actually had a car accident a while back, and I knew about the repair and all that from, you know, working out at the gym. But I'm like, well, accident, you twist your muscles, they still hurt, the same thing, right? So I made this really yummy thing that was super sweet for him. But it's the pro, like not the isoline pro, but the pro with a scoop of cleanse, a scoop of ionics, and the replenish, and mixed it all together. The doctor at the ER told him, it was the day before Thanksgiving, and I said, you're not ruining Thanksgiving for me, we're supposed to go to the beach. And I told him, I said, you're not ruining that for the family. I said, and the doctor was like, oh, he won't be able to move tomorrow. And I said, watch me. And so I had him drink that right when he got home from the hospital. And the next morning, he actually drove 6 hours to the beach. He wasn't sore at all, which is incredible, because it's, like I said earlier, when you give your body what it needs, it does what it's supposed to. You know, where we didn't cure the muscles, we just help the muscles heal better and remove the toxins that hurt when you work out, and help them repair. So there's a lot of science to it, and that's what I love about our program. So Thank you so much for taking the time and for sharing this. And I'm looking forward to having your beautiful wife on here too, sharing as well soon. And keep up the good work. And I cannot wait to see you as an IsaBody finalist, right? Now soon.
Maybe one day. Thank you so much.
One day soon. I know you will. I don't doubt that. So thank you so much for sharing. If you don't mind, go ahead and mute yourself.
My
And
pleasure.
I know everybody's sending you lots of love on the chat. So go ahead and read some of those if you get a chance. So guys, I'm gonna share this screen. I want to show you something. This is the thing that he was talking about. We have different types of protein, right? Like we have the new whole blend that's plant-based, and we also have the whey protein, and it has 24 grams of protein. Then we have the whey protein, which has 18 grams. We have the regular shakes. We have a 3 protein blend, which releases at different times in your body. It has 25 grams of protein. So we have, and the pro that he was talking about is 36 grams of protein. So as we age and we work out, it's really good to have more protein, and it's really extremely incredibly good protein. So I'm not even going to get into all that detail. Get back to the person that invited you here, and they will be able to share that with you and tell you more about it. Here's a list of like some of the, I gotta do this so you can see the whole screen. So we have nutrient-dense meal and snacks. We have intermittent fasting. We also have adaptogens and super plant nutrients, which is that ionic that I was telling him about, and it probably helps him with all the stress of coaching. We have a completely nutritional support vitamins. We also have targeted nutrition boosters. So we have a heart support, and we also have an immune support, an immune booster, and we also have a product for Ampline for energy and performance. And they're all made with natural ingredients, no artificial flavors or colors or any of that. So with that being said, you guys heard 2 incredible stories of how the body's been transformed. This next guy that we're going to invite on here and is going to share, he's going to not only have his incredible body transformation, he was actually chosen as one of the finalists for the IsaBody challenge, which you definitely need to know about. If you don't know about it, if you are doing our program and you're not in the IsaBody challenge, get back to the person that enrolled you and they will tell you more about it. And if you're just hearing about this for the first time, still get back to the person that told you about this and invited you to this, because they can help you with that. But now more than ever, you know, you can actually get to earn money sharing what you love. Just because they started using the program and because they saw a friend that a friend reached out to them, they've transformed their lives. It wasn't hard. It was just, hey, friend, what are you doing, right? And as a result, they can actually start eating these products for free. So today's national student debt, $1.5 trillion. We are over 800 million global workers will lose their job by 2030. I actually think it might be more now because of this whole COVID, right? And Social Security, I don't think there'll be any by 2035 or before that, the way things are going, right? Over 30 million people are out of work. Like, that's incredible. I mean, incredibly horrible, bad, not good. But if you guys know of Robert Kiyosaki, he's an incredible guy. He's all about wealth and finances, and he wrote a book about Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Highly recommended. It will teach you about residual income and about how to make money. But here's, you know, expenses. If you have $4,000 expenses a month, you need to have at least $12,000 in saving. So that way you can have 3 months of survival money, so to speak. With COVID, we saw this on our own skin. If you had it, you were great. If you didn't, you were in deep trouble. So what do people do? They have a side job. What do? They start selling online. They rent rooms. They give rides. They trade ideas, right? But what happens with that? They're still trading their time for money. What if there's a way, right, where you can do it differently? So what's that way? Network marketing. Well, why is it network marketing? Because worldwide, it sells over $190 billion, right? It just provides you an additional source of income. It's a business of the 21st century. It's the best business out there, right? Why? No overhead or employees, no inventory, no special degrees. Nobody asks you for a resume. That's not on there, but I just added because I always love that, because my resume is not that long, but I can do this and I love doing this because network marketing, and it's the bomb. Ability to work from anywhere, training and community support. You have a team. You're in the business for yourself, but not by yourself, right? No caps, no, you have the positive culture, you have time flexibility, you have leverage. Get paid, sharing, doing something that you already love. And with that being said, I am going to introduce you to this amazing gentleman who is coming and joining us from Australia, a whole nother accent coming up. He's 54 years young. Look at his six pack, or is there 8-pack? He's an ex-pro football player, and he's a former corporate executive. So he knows what it's like to work in a corporate environment. He knows what it's like to be an athlete, and he also knows what it's like to get old and be out of shape for a while. And he also can show you and share with you how he has transformed not only his body, but his finances. Mark!
Thanks, Christina. Hello, everybody.
I love you. Thank you for being here. I know it's a different time in Australia, and I really appreciate you being here. Nice hat.
Yeah.
I know you've been in here and talked to us about performance, but I want you to kind of blend it all together because, you know, you can't have one without the other. And let us know what Isogenics has done for you both physically and financially.
Yeah, no, sure. Thanks, Christine, and thanks for inviting me on. And hi, everybody. So I might just share my story. If you might have heard it before when I spoke about performance once before, but basically about 3 years ago, choices I'd made had meant that at 52 odd years old, I wasn't in the position I wanted to be, both physically, mentally, and financially. I had a relationship breakup that meant financially I'd been affected. And when I sat back and had a look, I returned from overseas back to Australia, and I thought, geez, you know, I'd put on weight, I got depressed. As an ex-footballer, it just didn't sit well with me. I was the heaviest I'd ever been at 104 kilos. So whatever that is, 230, 240 pounds. And I just wasn't comfortable in my own skin, but as I said, physically and mentally. And then I thought, well, okay, I am where I am. I've made the choices. I've got to make it work. And when I sat down and looked at it, the first thing I knew I had to do was get my health back. And so I said, I went back to my old training grounds. I started doing stair work. I started going back to exactly the training I did when I was 20 years younger. My body couldn't take it anymore. My knees are gone. I've got a bad ankle from football. And I just think, what am I going to do? Is this how I'm going to be for the rest of my life? And so I struggled on for about a year, tried so many different things, and I just couldn't keep the weight off, and I just couldn't get the energy. That was the thing, the energy. And then I'd met Jeff Beebe at an industry event. Okay, so for our profession in GoPro in Las Vegas. I'd met him 2 years earlier. There was a bit of a mix up with identity. Jeff was speaking on stage, and for everybody that's new and visiting and on this call tonight, the strength and the credibility of the leaders that we have that mentor us, they're world class. This is a world event where there's 20,000 people at these events, and people on this call tonight are on stage presenting. That's the credibility of these leaders that we have as mentors. So Jeff was on stage, and when he got off, everyone was thinking it was me, because we do look similar, okay? Except I've got about another foot on Jeff, I think. And so we met, and then we'd kept in touch, and then Jeff reached out to me and said, mate, how you going? I said, you know, I'm struggling. He said, look, exactly like you've heard before, try the product for 30 days. If you're not happy, money back guarantee. So I said, okay. Within 2 weeks, I'd lost 4 or 5 kilos. My energy was up. I was sleeping less. I felt amazing again, and I could see the future. So Jeff talked to me about the business. And then just because you start seeing the change in you, people start seeing it. You start this ripple effect just by using the product, and your natural energy you get just flows on other people. So when Jeff spoke to me about the compensation plan, it was what I was looking for, because I'd looked and said, okay, I go back into the corporate world. I earn $150,000 to $200,000 a year. It still wasn't going to get me back to where I needed to be for retirement. So I said, what are my options? I only got 24 hours in a day. As Christina said before, most incomes are traded in an hourly rate. You're a capped income because you've only got 24 hours a day. It doesn't matter whether you're making $1,000 an hour or not. It's a capped income. The beauty of what we do is by sharing these products and people use them, we're actually leveraging our time with their time. Now, some people might say, well, you're using people. No, I'm not, because they're building their wealth, they're building their health. Everybody's winning. So the bottom line is, the more people we help, the more people we help ourselves and our family. it's a win-win all the way around. If you go into the corporate world, it's everyone's striving to move up the career, to get a higher hourly rate, capped income again. And it's really, you know, fight, isn't it? And you can only get so far. This is like an apprenticeship. First year apprentices don't get a lot of money. You do work and you're building and you're making money. And as you build your skills with your mentors, as we said, we've got some of the best in the world, your income grows. Now, as an apprenticeship, it might be 4 years. It doesn't take you 4 years in this industry to make decent money. Now, how much would, as Robert Kiyosaki said, one of the best streams of residual income is network marketing for 2 reasons. One, it's residual. It's really risk-free because you've got no overheads. In what we do, we're just eating our overheads. That's really what it is. We're a company that makes $1 million sales a year, and Serge can probably relate to this. $1 million sales, why do they go broke? Because their overheads are more than the money they're making. Our overheads are what? The food we eat. Okay, that's our overhead. So it's very low risk. People do it on the side to start with, most people, and they build it to an income that just changes their life. You know, so how much would $500 a week mean for you? That's $25,000 a year, extra income into your family. $1,000 a week, because remember, we're helping more people and then they're doing the same and so on just by using the products and sharing their story. It grows. It's a duplication. And before you know it, it's just consistent work. Nothing happens unless you put in the action, okay? You get out of it what you put into it. Doesn't matter what it is in life, sport, work, family, you get out of it what you put into it. And so for myself, in a year and a half being with Isagenix, I've been able to buy my daughter a new car. I've been able to buy a couple of new toys for myself because I now paddle racing skis. So I've spent nearly $6,000 on a couple of new skis, which made me go faster, which means I want something new. Okay, but it's also put money in the bank. I've just been to my tax man, and it's fantastic when you have the concern of having to pay tax, because it means you've made extra income. And one of the things that Robert Kiyosaki said was network marketing is a fantastic vehicle to reduce your tax liability. Doesn't matter what country you're in, it's a fantastic opportunity to reduce your tax liability. So I'm not going to give any advice on that because every country is different, but see your tax man or tax lady and they can really help you with that. It's just a win-win. I say to everybody, what choices do you have to earn extra income that's not based on an hourly rate? And the more people we help, the more people we help ourselves and them. As a corporate, I couldn't change the world. I couldn't impact someone's life. I can't. I just drive them for an hourly rate. More work out of them, more work out of them. You can't. This is different. This is really helping change the world 2 people at a time. So for anyone out there and the people on this call tonight, all I can say is, you know, what do you want? What do you want? $500 a week, $200 a week, $1,000 a week, $10,000 a week. We've got millionaires on this call tonight that 7-8 years ago, they started just like we were at the beginning. And now 7 years later, they're doing this full time. They've changed their lives. They're buying families, cars. They're impacting people on a global level. There's nothing better. Tony Robbins said the greatest gift you can give to anything is your time, because it's part of your life you'll never get back again. And that's exactly what we do. We're giving our time and our expertise to people to help them have a higher quality life. You heard Don. He is now living a higher quality of life. Serge, a higher quality of life through good, balanced nutrition. And hey, we're making money out of it at the same time and helping people around the world. So guys, it's a no-brainer. You know, the only way these products don't work is if you don't use them.
And it's a business where everyone in the world is your customer. It's like, you know, in the corporate world, or even if you're in sales, like if you sell cars and you only sell, you know, Ford, you know, your customers are the only people that buy Fords. And if they're like a different kind of car, they're not even going to come to you, right? But this is, you have someone that does, regardless of their age, regardless of their weight, regardless of their, you know, background, that's what I love about it. It's like, to me, it's like this big thing. It's like, nobody asks you what your GPA was in or what's your degree. Nobody asks you, you know, like all you need to do is care enough to want to make a difference in your life first. And then you just share the love with everybody else. You said it so beautifully. And I love your analogy of, I mean, in speaking from someone that comes from you've been an executive in the corporate world. How long did it take you to become an executive in the corporate world? A lot of time, a lot of hours away from your family, away from the things you loved, and a lot of training and a lot of things that you might have not enjoyed as much as you enjoy this, right?
No,
Now you're
exactly.
just like, you get text messages every day from friends and family members saying, what is this stuff? Is it legal? And why is it so good? And why do I feel so good, right?
Yeah, that's it, Christina. And just for everybody that's on the call that's new tonight and you've been invited, go back to the person that invited you on the call tonight. And I'll just leave you with this, okay? You have a global business opportunity at your hand for the food you eat. Where in business can you do that? Where in business could you afford to have a global business from the food you eat? And you've got a choice to make after this call tonight. You can find another excuse or you can find a way. Only one takes you forward, okay? Most people find excuses and they're the ones that stay where they are, both in body, mind, and wealth. Find a way. You've been given the way. No problem, Christina.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to listen to you and to hear your story. It doesn't matter how many times I hear it, it's always inspiring. And it just, to know that, we had someone from Canada, we have somebody from Australia, we're in 30 different countries all over the world. Like, it's not just your backyard, it's not your neighbor. This is not the old knock on somebody's door and let me sell you a, filter or a whatever product. This is global. This is at your fingertips. You can work from anywhere, right? And you guys heard 3 incredible stories of how regular, ordinary people just like you became extraordinary. They had different goals, they had different whys, they had different results, right? Different backgrounds. But the one thing that they all had in common, they used the exact same system, the exact same company, they're all part of the same team and the same program. So I don't know a lot about where you're at, but I do know that somebody invited you here because they care about you. They shared this with you because they know that you might be searching for a solution, right? So here's what I know. People that you have not yet met are struggling with the same problems, the same struggles that you just heard that Dawn had or Mark had. We all have them. We've all been in our life when, whether it's financial because you've gone through a divorce or you've gone through a hard time, or whether it's weight because, you just didn't know any better. Now you know better. We're on a mission to change lives. We've transformed ours. Why not yours? Your life matters and you're worth investing in. And I think Mark is still not muted. Or you are muted. Why are you not? I don't know. It's just showing it up there. Anyways, so you too can live your ideal life and you can get paid to change the world. So you have 30 days and you can get your money back. I'm going to go ahead and share you one last slide because I want you guys to see this. And I want to remind you, get back to the person that introduced you to this video. You have 30 days, product money back guarantee, satisfaction guarantee. You can get a full refund at no cost of the product. So you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. How does that sound? Are you ready? We're ready to share this with you. If you're ready to get back to the person that invited you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And I appreciate you taking the time. And I hope you join our team and you say yes to a better version of you.